soft, you're sloppy. They calling me Poppy. I'm rolling in bands, you riding around and I beat up jalopy. Hey, don't. Bros wanna copy, but they are just not on the way. I'm up in the club, stacking the dubs and stuff in the lobby. I'm hot like soil.
Welcome everyone to the first edition of the TFL show this year. My name is David Rome as always, and you are on the David Rome show. And with me today I have my sidekick of sidekicks, DrewGotz.
Baba Booey to you all.
He has kindly decided to chime in with us here on the TFL. He is new to the TFL this season. He has been in our college league, and he was in the TFOF last year. This year he's gotten into the TFL, so he'll have some different opinions going on as well for this league. But it'll be good to have him here. We're going to get right into this. We're going to go over who we feel are our top 3 teams so far, who we feel are our bottom 3 teams, whether good or bad, and then of course we're going to give you predictions of how we feel the season may go the rest of the way. We've already hit the first 3 conference games, or first 3 division games of the season these last 3 weeks, and here we are in week 4, and it's the first of the 2 rivalry games inside the conference. Remember, if you lose both games, your team name gets changed. So you're hoping to at least split at worst, because you definitely don't want to get your name changed. I know all about that. So, without any further ado, let's get right into this. We're going to start with our bottom 3 teams. I'll go ahead and go first. And, you know, might even be the surprising team, and in fact, it pisses me off more than anything else. But a bottom 3 team is Bromie's Homies. It might be because they're in a new division, maybe a tougher division than what they've been in before, but they are starting 0-3. Could have won all 3 games. Trust me, it hurts me as much as it hurts you, I'm sure. But starting 0-3 in the division, and now they're going up against stiff-arming Dart Frogs in the first rivalry game of the season, or against Will's team. So it's not looking like a good start for them. So they are one of my bottom teams to start it off. What do you got, Drew?
I'm gonna disagree with you actually on Bromie's Homies. I don't think they're a bottom 3 feeder. I think my first one I'm gonna go with is Loose Ends.
Agreed. Loose Ends is, you know, they're a bottom tier team. They're another one where, you know, new division. They were in the same division last year with Big Orange Army. But they are definitely a team that has shown to be a toilet bullish type of team.
Well, the reason I say it is just because the average points 4, and
it's ugly.
In my reasoning will come around because I have looked at past years with the TFL and who's on top of that division and things like that. So that'd be my reasoning. But we'll come to that after we run a little bit.
All right, no problem there. My other bottom team, and also another surprising team. We may even get back to them when we go over surprise teams. But for me, coming out of the NFC is the Northeast Flying Bombers. Now, this team has historically really been a good team, and, you know, this may just be another one of those division conference mix-ups where we change the divisions around. He has different opponents that he's facing in his conference. You know, this could be why some of these teams are not doing as good as normal, but they are only averaging 85 points for themselves, so I would pretty much say they're probably shooting themselves in the foot. Probably a player here or a player there could have changed everything around for Northeast Flying Bombers, but they're normally a perennial top-tier team. But this year, not so good to start it off.
I'm going to tell you I 120% agree with you. I look at everything here and I just go, it's horrible. It's disgusting. It's sorry, but I mean, I just got to say it how it is, because it is 85 points a game. Come on, how you're never going to compete?
No, it's tough to compete when you're averaging 85 points. Very tough.
0-3,
Who do you
85
guys?
points. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's no good. No good. They're like the Cleveland Browns of the league right now.
Yeah.
That was
Without a question. No.
Maybe a little
Actually,
too
no.
harsh.
No. I think that's a very, very actually good analogy.
That may have been too harsh. That's my
No, I
bad.
don't think it's harsh. All right, no, I'll go here. All right, I'm going to go with El
Who do you got?
Paco Loco.
Yep, Alpaca Loco. Once again, really, I mean, you could see. I mean, if you're looking at the standings, you could pretty much see where we're going here. Teams that are really struggling to score.
And the reason why I say El Paco Loco is because of this. They're putting up 94 points a game, okay? But their average points against is only 102.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
I mean, that you
One
should
player.
be 3-0
One
when
player.
teams are only putting up 102 points against you.
Easily. I mean, they won their first game and they've lost their last two. And coincidental, their last two were division games. So, once again, I mean, and it may be a pattern here as well. It may just be that all these teams are now in a different division. And, before these teams were built for their divisions, and now it's a different division. They're not built as well.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you there.
Yeah, well,
I don't think division play has anything to do with who you played against. I think it's all because fantasy football, the division play and everything comes in, but it's all about who you start, man.
well, there is that also. There definitely is that.
I know there's a change, and I'm new, and you guys can dog me all you want, and that's cool. My nickname's Jorts. If you got a problem, you can text me, 727-237-1743. I love you all, and thank you for allowing me in.
Man, that'll be the last time he's on the show. Now, anyway.
Come on. It's all fun.
Dirty. And for me, my last of my bottom three, I'm going to go with Abusement Park, another 0-3 team. They're only scoring 108 points, but they're only giving up 115. Another one who's lost their two division games that they've played, one outside of their division. I think they were the actual team that gave Loco their only win. They were one of the two teams that played non-conference division games the first week of the season. And so, yeah, so they're the reason why Alpaca Loco got that one win. But yeah, Abusement Park.
Yeah,
0-3.
I looked at them. See, I was in between Abusement Park and Loose Ends, but I went with Loose Ends just because of points for.
Yeah, I mean it's difficult. All right, top three. For me, I'll go first. We might go ahead and say it's a surprising team. I mean, in my eyes, I think it is. Havoc Hawks, 3-0.
Is that your first or your third?
They're in my top three. Whether it's the first or the third, I don't really know. There's no order in this bad boy.
Well, my opinion, I have an alarming number one, but that's me.
Yeah. But yeah, Havoc Hawks, they're a surprise team, top three team for me.
I haven't been mine too.
They're averaging 119 points. 3-0 their division. Past years haven't started off as good, but they're flying out the gates early.
Saying, guess what? That's a great move. That's a great thing to have.
Oh yeah.
Especially when 3 division games right off the bat.
Exactly. All right, who do you got?
Well, like I said, I got Havoc Hawks, and then I'll go ahead and I got Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law, 2-1. Another they were a strong team last year. I want to say the year before they were in Super Bowl contention, I want to say. But they are, they lost their first game, but they bounced back with 141. I mean, they're I think one of the highest scoring teams right now, 141 points. If not the second highest, highest in the NFC. Second highest for the full TFL. So nothing wrong with that pick at all. For me, one of the other teams here, a top tier team. We're gonna go with Big Orange Army, 3-0. They're only averaging 113 points for, giving up 105, but in their division they're 3-0. In that division is Rampant Lions, all know Rampant Lions history. To me, them being loose ends, Abusement Park, they should beat them. But
And
to beat
that's
Rampant Lions and to beat Jeff,
and I agree
that's the
with you
big one right
because
there.
I agree with you because I have looked up the history of this league, and I will say this with the Rampant Lions and doing that, they were almost there into that top 3. I just couldn't do it. I was real close, but they are like my 3B. Let's put it that way.
You can never count Jeff. Jeff will give definitely, I'm sure, Brian a run for his money. I mean, we're early here. It's only 3 games into their division. But Big Orange Army, 3-0. I can't remember the last time they started 3-0. So, big ups to them.
Congrats. Good job.
All right, who do you got in your final out your top 3?
I think by far, no matter what, the number 1 consensus period, without a question, in the league right now, is just outperforming everybody, hand over feet, just like New England's doing right now in the NFL. New England's doing it with backup quarterbacks, doing it with everything, and they're winning, and they're winning, and they're winning, and you can't stop them. No matter what, I think hands down is stiff arming Dart Frogs.
Argument 0. They're 85% efficient, which is second. Or let's see, third in the league from the 4th in the league,
which is great, unbelievable.
Maybe 5th.
But out of 24 teams, that's great, and that just shows they got more to give.
Yeah, they are definitely, up there 3-0. Will is, pounding his chest as he's listening to this. Because
I'll put in a little 2 cents on it, Mr. Rome, that Will knows what the hell he's doing. Yeah, he's Will, and that's why we all love Will, but that's why I love him. But he's the head coach. He's my head coach in TFOF, and I'll tell you right now, he knows what the hell he's doing, and we can obviously see that right now.
Oh, yeah. He was very strong last year. The years I've been in the TFL, he's been arguably in the toughest division. He was always having to battle Jeff. He's always having to battle Dan, dispensing the pain. Always, those were the 3 teams just beating the shiz out of each other.
But that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
That division was always in the Super Bowl. The
black and blue division, baby.
The 1 year I believe Jeff didn't make it in, Will made it in. So it's competition. His team is built for it. Killing him. He's just killing it right now. His points for is ridiculous. Leads the league with 443 points. So ridiculous.
Maybe it's his time. We never know.
You never know. And so he's definitely in the top 3. Most surprising team. For me, I would say my own team, Bromie's Homies, being 0-3, but I won't go that route. But for me, I would have to say the most surprising team is the Maynardville Mudfish. They're 1-2 in their division. They're in a tougher division, I think, than from prior last, and we'll talk division changes and stuff like that. But they're 350 points for. 352 points against, or 116 average for, 117 against. They're like 1 player off. That's the surprise right there is that 1 player. Usually they're a little bit better at getting the right lineup. So I would say they're one of my surprising teams right now.
Okay.
Being at where they're at.
My most surprising team, when I look at everything, is without a question Big Orange Army.
I'm shocked they're 3-0. And if you talk to Brian, he's even going to say he's shocked he's 3-0. He hates. He's
3-0. He's 3-0. That's all that matters.
He's one of those who hates doing good in his leagues because he's afraid of the backlash.
But Brian doesn't.
I think secretly he wishes he was always horrible.
Well, that's Brian though. That's his style. Yeah. That's Brian. I'm not kissing your ass, Brian. You know I'm not because I don't do that.
Kissing it.
No, I'm not.
Hey. Is there a coincidence that the Big Orange Army.
I didn't know Big Orange Army was Brian until you told me, Rome.
Oh, well, there you are. I mean,
Because I'm NFC, not AFC, dude.
yeah, very true. I mean, maybe it's a coincidence that Big Orange Army is 3-0. The legit Big Orange Army of UT is 4-0. I don't know. Maybe it's just.
Why are you trying to provoke me?
Maybe it's someone's time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and you just sit there being a little Miami fan and just trying to provoke all this stuff and making me Mr. Jorts and Mr. Florida fan and all this with all these Tennessee fans. I know. I had to deal with it on Saturday.
I have to say that was you guys killed the battery on my phone in about 30 minutes.
It was great.
It went from 60% to 0.
You got to admit it was great.
It sucked when my battery died, but anyway.
It never sucks when your battery dies because that means your phone can't ring, so there's no stresses.
No, there was stress because I was trying to figure out what the hell.
That means your wife can't call you and bitch at you about something.
She was with me, so she was actually probably happy. But anyway, she's usually always happy when that phone doesn't ring. Any other surprise teams?
Big Orange. I mean, not really, man. I mean, I just, like I said, being new and by research and stuff, I find Big Orange being surprising. But I mean, I guess my surprise could be you, Bromy's homies. We're losing wise. Yeah. I mean,
we're 0-3. We had 3 coulda wins.
Because the one thing I do know about
bad coaching.
If you guys don't know, me and David are friends. We have been for a while. But David's a great fantasy player all around, and that does surprise me that he's 0-3. Because he does well in those other leagues. It's just you get bad times sometimes, but it does surprise me that he's 0-3.
I agree. I'm surprised myself. Anyway, with that in mind, let's go into predictions. We didn't do any preseason predictions, so it'll be fun to see. We're going to predict from what the current state is as of right now in the league, who we feel is going to be in the Super Bowl. I'll
go first.
Who do you like in the AFC to be the AFC representative?
AFC representative, without a question. I think I'm just going to go with the person that, and I've done my research, that is always there no matter what, who will make the run, make the right moves, is the best manager in this league, and that is Rampant Lions.
It's hard to argue that. Jeff has been in, I think, 4 of the 5 Super Bowls. Lost 1, won 3. He was in last year's, lost it. The man just you can never, ever count Jeff out. He's right now he's got a little behind the 8 ball a little in the division. He hasn't played as many divisional games yet. He's 1-1. But it is early. So yeah, you just never really know yet with that. But you can't Jeff out at all.
Who's your AFC?
Who do you got? My AFC representative is going to be. It's hard to go against this team right now because they are just putting up everything phenomenal. We've already mentioned them. Really, any other choice right now, unless drastic injuries happen, and that's the stiff-arming Dart Frogs.
I almost went with them. But I couldn't go against Murph. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I couldn't go against Rampant. I couldn't.
With Rampant, yeah. I mean, the roster's just filthy. I mean, it's all going to be about matchups and timings with the bye weeks and everything like that. But, I mean, the receiving core is just ridiculous. So, yeah, stiff-arming Dart Frogs. And, I kind of hope that they lose this coming week. It'd be nice, but their record against Bromy's homies is 4-0. So we're used to having our name changed to Down on a Limb, which is Will's last name. And he usually puts a fantastic photo with it as well. So check back with my team around week 9, I think is when the other one is, when I lose the second game, and you get to see that photo again.
I'll go ahead and kick it off with the NFC. I think roster top to bottom who will be in the Super Bowl. winning the NFC, and I'm going to say losing to Rampant is Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law, great choice. They're always in there. They got a great division going right now. I mean, they lost that first game, but they picked them right back up, winning their next two. I can see Murphy's Law there. I easily could see them there, but I don't see them there. So, for me, I feel there's going to be a little bit difference going in. I feel this is the year for Central Wildcats.
I looked at them.
They're 3-0. They started the season 3-0, which is good for them. I mean, their average against is 95. So I mean, you know, when your defense is only giving up 95 points a game, you better be winning those games. You know, and there's division games, but I mean, his division is no joke. I mean, he's got Maynardville Mudfish, who I felt is, you know, kind of a down team, surprise team. And he's got Big South Bandits, who, and once again, is another team that can be done. I mean, they're last year's champion, for crying out loud. So I mean, he's in a tough division, and to start 3-0 and that kind of division with those players, or with those teams rather, Big South and Maynardville. They both know what they're doing. So to be 3-0, 2 games ahead of both of those teams right now in the division.
The reason I have to say, yeah, I'm with you, but the reason why I went against Central was I don't trust his running backs, and that just comes from me.
Yeah, well, with you know, we don't want to go into too much of a roster breakdown here.
I know, but that's why I'm just saying, I want to make my point. That was my difference between Central and Murphy's, because those are my two finals, and that was my difference. It was either, and I looked it down, and I just went, and I just went by running back. So, I mean, that's me, though, but that's how I judge, but that's me.
No, and hey, when we do the next show of this,
it could change.
One of the things, yeah, it could definitely change. I think what we'll probably do for each show that we do, I do want to say I want to apologize that this is the first show that we've been able to do for the TFL this season. It's very rough scheduling right now with the job I have and the time constraints that it does give me, and then also helping out as much as I am doing with all these leagues. Does make it a little bit harder.
I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Oh, thank you. It does take a lot of time to do a lot of this stuff. So as much as I want to do these shows weekly, even bi-weekly, not likely. There might be monthly shows, every other week shows. I really don't know yet. I basically have to pick and choose when the right time is to do them. But we'll probably predict each time. So, you know, in a couple weeks, probably when we do another show, things will be changed. We have a couple more weeks into the season. We'll re-predict again.
You know what I'll say? You know what I think we should do? I think we should keep our predictions that we got right now. And
see how they're looking?
Yeah, and kind of go from there. And then, you know what? If we decide to change, then we deserve a bump, because we were wrong. So, you know, kind of good.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, we're not professional. We don't have sound effects. We don't have a board up. The funding is very low here in TSPN. Very low funding. But anyway, we do try. So that is our show for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Remember, it is rivalry week. You'll get a text message probably before you even listen to the show to remind you that it is rivalry week. Because by the time this thing is edited and everything else, it'll be kickoff time tomorrow night. Dolphins versus Cincy. It figures the weekend I finally have off to watch football. My freaking team is playing on a Thursday night. So what else is new? Yeah, but hey, you got Friday off.
That's true.
So you can enjoy yourself a little more.
Probably not.
Well, I know how you like your whiskey sours.
I haven't had alcohol since my surgery.
I know you haven't, but you got to break the law sometimes, buddy.
No. I got to wait the year. I've only got a week left. Then I can drink.
Good for you.
Anyway.
Good for you.
So, hopefully, 7-Eleven is a gas station in Florida. For anybody who doesn't know 7-Eleven, we'll figure that out to work out here people who live in Tennessee, or even Will in Seattle area, Washington, whatever you got up there.
I'm just trying to throw Bromy off his game.
And he did. He did it again. So, with that said, we thank you so much for listening. Catch you next time. Good luck this week for everybody. Once again, it's rivalry week. You definitely don't want to be behind the 8 ball losing the first game of the series of the 2 before your name gets changed. Can
I add? I just want to say thank you to everybody in the TFL for allowing me to be in, and thank you to Brian to bringing me in. This is a great league. Proud to be in it. Everybody in here does a good job.
And I guess since we're doing that, for anybody who was known of the prank that was done to me, the language that was chosen, the fear I put in people, that's my bad. I was pretty pissed. Anyway.
We had to get, me and Brian pulled the ultimate prank on the ultimate prankster.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sign it off, brother.
Yeah, we're out. See ya.
Southern boys with the farmer strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain. And you could be next.